What's up, y'all, man? It's OG Freeze, man. It's your mama, little brother, your cool uncle, man. OG Freeze, man. I'm in here, man, with a little ism. You feel me? Midday ism. Where y'all at, man? Open up, man. You know I keep something to say. You know I gotta keep hitting y'all with this stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? Can't keep letting the college students narrate everything. Tap in, y'all tap in. I got something I want to say. I had heard something this morning. I want to expound on that. And what I want to expound on, what I want to say is like, they got this word that everybody be using and is accustomed to now. And that word is DL. You know what I'm saying? DL. And I heard a brother talk about this morning, but DL don't stand for download no more. DL stand for double life. Let me say that again. DL don't stand for download. DL stands for double life. And I appreciate that interview with Cat Williams did. I watched it over the week. I watched it a couple of times, and he started to expose some of the stuff that was going on in the industry, and it's right in your face, you know what I'm saying, for those that got eyes and ears, for those that can see it, you know what I'm saying? And he exposed it to you on the platform as far as how people got to play roles of women, things of that nature in order to be successful in the entertainment business. He talked about the people that certain people are implants in the industry, but not just in comedy, like I was saying. That stuff is in all industries. You know what I'm saying? YouTube has its own community, and they have their own people that in this particular community that advocate certain shit too. You know what I'm saying? You got dudes that's starting, supposed to be street and talk the street content, gas everybody up like they street, and then turn around and do a transgender show. And these dudes is gang members, so they say, allegedly. You got dudes that allegedly say they're gang members starting transgender shows. And this is what we listening to. This is the type of shit that, or type of content that we listen to with people coming out their mouth. These dudes say they're gang members, supposed to be stand-up dudes and this and that, but they starting transgender shows. I mean, how can somebody with this type of character flaw discredit somebody else? Even look, I'm gonna give you another example. Even look at the painting Swiss Beats put up there in Brooklyn. Swiss Beats, another college student, had the chain on, soldier that ride or die, soldier that street shit. I want to ride or die chick, soldier rough rider, gave you DMX. This man got plenty of degrees. He's a college student that benefited from the streets. You see what I'm saying? You got Timberland. But we all have kind of figured that Timberland wasn't too street, but another dude, they benefiting from being producing or talking about rappers or start movements that has stuff to do with the street. And these dudes are not in the street themselves, but they're pushing the agenda to get us to go against each other. One thing I know about black people when I came out here, they don't laugh no more. We do not laugh no more, man. Nobody, everything is serious because they got you on the mind spinning, on play, spinning, this and that. You know what I'm saying? So we don't even take time to laugh, man. And laughter is good for the soul. So, and one thing you got to realize is one thing that enters your spirit that you have no control over. That's music. That's music, man. Music is the one thing that enters your soul without your permission. Or your spirit. Let me say your spirit. It enters the spirit and it moves you, because that's what a spirit does. Spirits enter souls. The spirit is what moves the soul. One on masculine, one on feminine. I like to do this type of stuff because they always talk about, you know, dudes from the South ain't really, you know what I'm saying? But the spirit enters the soul and moves it. They even told you Satan was the most beautiful angel out there, and he was good with the music. He played the harp. Satan was good with that music. The best music you ever hear, the most beautiful voice you ever want to hear, the most beautiful music. They telling you this. Even in Islam, you're not supposed to play string instruments. You're not supposed to play an instrument with a string on it in Islam. What's up, Skeeto? I see you. What's up, Cleveland? But back to what I was saying, like, music is one thing that enters your spirit that you have no control over. So with people that's going to college out here and they know this, and you got to listen, a lot of them are in Greek fraternities. You feel what I'm saying? Why you think when you go to any kind of prostitution house, when you do anal, what they call it? Greek. Or do you prefer Greek? This is stuff that a prostitute asks you. Do you want to go Greek? So a lot of these college students are in these fraternities, a lot of them Greek fraternities. So we already know what they're on. You feel what I'm saying? Like, even look at the picture Swiss Beats put up in Brooklyn. Let's talk about that. He got a dude on a bed with his pants sagging, hanging out, them basically showing his ass with some flowers on him, with a hat turned to the side. With some flowers on him, man. With his head turned to the side, laying on the bed, with his ass facing everybody else. Y'all go look at the picture if you think I'm lying. Look at the picture Swiss Beats is advocating in the art museum. Y'all got to realize what's going on out here, man. You know what I'm saying? Dudes is going to the LGBT community. I have nothing against them. But you got these so-called dudes that live double lives that run to the LGBT community to get their money now. That's what's going on. This type of stuff that's going on. Look at Ray J and Wack. Look at him. Just use that as an example. Just use that example. You got a transgender show, but you a gang member. Where they do that at? Well, I understand he got the tendencies anyway, because soon as, like I told y'all, remember I told y'all, soon Whack the type of nigga, soon as you make him mad, he tell your business. But like I said, it's not just the content, and I don't want to be using my platform, like I said, to be talking about dudes, but I use that sometimes, you know, to point stuff out and to point facts out, and to also teach y'all something. You know what I'm saying? Look at the world we're going into right now. And a lot of OGs that's my age have to realize that, man, we're not in the industrial age. So you can't use the industrial age of teaching. You have to use we're in the information age. So you have to put the information out there so the youngsters or dudes that's coming out of so they can learn. You know what I'm saying? You got to have the information, and you got to evolve with the information. Like I said, I want to use my platform to be like, instead of a big brother program, I want to advocate good uncles. Because like I said, having an uncle is like having a second dad. It's like having a second dad. So when you got a lot of single mothers out there, they got brothers that ain't helping them even when they need help. They need help with them boys, because it's only so far that she can take them as a woman. You know what I'm saying? You know when you was little, see, opposites attract. The daughter always gonna go ask the daddy. The daddy gonna always go ask the mama. Opposites attract. A son could probably work his mama, and the daughter definitely can work their daddy. But it gets to that stage where your mama say, when you ask her, can you go outside? Or you ask her, can you go somewhere? She tell you, go ask your daddy. Now she's telling you that she took you far as she can as far as being a man. Now she's telling you to go through a man to get what you want. She's telling you to stand up. She's telling you to stand up and be a man now. That's basically what your mom is telling you. And you remember when you was growing up, your mom used to try to put you in that little suit. You ain't like it. Put you in that little suit, little hard bottom shoes on, dress you up for Easter. Because your mom is really trying to mold you into the reflection of the man that she wanted. So what she's going to do is try to teach you some of the things that the guys that she likes. She's trying to take their flaw that she had, or they had, out of the relationship that she had with them, and raise you with it. Have you looking nice, smelling good, You know what I'm saying? But she can't. She tried to teach her how to pee long as she can. After a while, it's time for daddy to step up. Now, when you get to your father, if you have a father that don't talk or don't communicate, see, that's a lot of things that's missing in the black community, because a lot of us, we don't communicate with our kids, and you'd rather just give them the phone so they can be quiet. And to you young women out there, a lot of women, like now that I see, they let their kids hang around while they having conversations with grown people. You see what I'm saying? Like, if you call a female, she got her kids around. Her kids are listening to the conversation. So now a kid is privy to having adult words, adult way they dance. They watching all this. So now they're starting to grow up a little faster than they were supposed to, because they have a chance to be a kid. When I was a kid, my mom would tell me, go in the room, grown folks talking. When we find that weed up and that weed going in their room, they drinking and all that, go in the room, play that game. Because that's what that game for. Get out of grown folks' business. Go on in there and y'all go in their room. You want to come out, you have to sneak out the room. Mom, I want some water, just so you can be nosy. Or you want something to drink. Mama done had your ass in that room. And sometimes you got the cool uncle, your mama little brother, he gonna come in the room, fuck with you, put a little, hit this liquor, boy, put a little hairs on your chest. But the whole thing is, you in that room. You in that room. So the kids not really hearing grown folks' conversation. That's why we bought you the game and the Nintendo, to keep your attention back there while the grown folks is up here. But now the kids is around all the grown folks. They partying, drinking, smoking, hearing the cuss words. And when they start talking, and when they take this to school, it's a problem. Because now you going to school and you cussing, kids, little boys sending dick pics. You know what I'm saying? Where you think they get it from? They get it because their mom is letting them sit around and hear grown folks' conversation. This don't mean you a bad mother. Don't take that part out of context, but all of us was raised different, come from different generations. Like I said, most poor people or people in poverty, they expose their kids to stuff early, thinking that they teach them something. The parents in the middle class and the rich people shield their kids from stuff. So it's two different type of teachers. You know what I'm saying? The rich shield their kids from stuff so they don't see it, so they can still be a kid. You got some people out here that never had a chance to be a kid. So that's why a lot of times, a lot of these kids, they're not laughing. They're not having fun. You don't see no other race going anywhere where they feel like they're going to be in danger, where they got to have a gun. They can go to a comedy show. They can go to a concert. You know what I'm saying? They can go to these different places and have fun without having to worry about violence. They can laugh. They got us where we ain't everything serious now. We can't even laugh. When we was growing up, we used to joan. You on a motherfucker. You can get on the bus and talk about them, joan on them and all that. You ain't get killed for that. They ain't kill you. They ain't shoot you when you got off the bus. In school, we back at it again the next day. Joning back and forth. You can't do that now. You embarrass them and joan them, because really, joning back then really helped you. If you was on the bus, somebody told you your breath stink, and they laughed at you about it, guess believe you gonna do what when you get home? Bet you brush them teeth the next day. You gonna brush them. That's a form of peer pressure. You gonna go brush your teeth because you don't want to get joned on. You can't. And it's funny. Everybody laughing on the bus, laughing at you. So somebody may be embarrassed, but at the same time, you can look at it as a lesson, because now you ain't gonna do that no more. But these days, kids, they'll shoot each other for trying to get a laugh or trying to have some fun. That's what make the best comedy. Reality make the best comedy, man. And it's through a laugh sometimes that you can catch on and learn a lesson. It's different ways to teach people stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's why I be talking about these dudes, these viewers. It depends on how you get your viewers. It's like a dude saying he got a lot of women. But if you ask one of their women what their credit score is, they ain't got no credit. They stay in the hood. All that. So you can have 100 women, but none of them equal up to nothing. So when you follow people on this YouTube that they only content is somebody else's life, or the gossip of what's going on. They can't really tell you nothing that they read, try to teach you nothing, or at least if they're going to talk about something, use it to point out to teach a lesson. Like I'm showing y'all, a lot of these college students, a lot of these dudes went to school and they making money off of street content, and they push that narrative on us. You know what I'm saying? A white man wrote the Jeffersons. A lot of y'all knew that? A white man wrote Sanford and Son. That type of stuff. But ain't none of these dudes, like you got a lot of people, they pushing prison reform. Ain't nobody going to the prisons and teaching these dudes nothing about their credit. They're not teaching dudes coming from prison how they're going to need or be able to use their credit, how to do online banking. You're not teaching this stuff, but you want to talk about prison reform. Why ain't nobody went to Apple, or why ain't nobody went to anybody that's any type of prison that's coming from prison or going in the halfway house to try to talk to these dudes? Because you know one thing they're going to be is respectful. You know what I'm saying? You doing all that. This stuff that they can be doing. And now this is actually doing stuff for your community. You working in the community. It don't have to be nothing big or nothing major, but at the same time, it's helping the community out. It's letting these brothers, getting these brothers some type of education so they can arm themselves. Because I'm going to tell you one thing. When you got a tool belt, see, you got to have on a tool belt these days. You got to put a tool belt on. Yeah, man, shit, I'm kicking this shit. You can't use a hammer for every job. The hammer don't work for every job. Sometimes you might need the tape measure. Sometimes you're going to need the level. Sometimes you're going to need a screwdriver. Sometimes you're going to need a wrench. Everything don't apply for every situation. It don't call for that. So you got to be able to have all these different tools in your belt, even in order to teach people. Because you got to be able to reach people a certain type of way. You got to be able to reach people. You got to know how to reach them. And the only way to reach them is a lot of times it's through experience. So when you got the experience under your belt, you can put it metaphorically in different ways to order to reach your audience or who it is you're talking to. That's when you know you really did what you did. That's called experience under your belt. Yeah. So a lot of y'all, man, like, and then if you really think about it, that's one another reason why I was thinking about the OG thing, but I'm keeping it so I can change the narrative on that. Every OG I knew or met taught me how to do some shit I ain't got no business doing. You hear me? Every OG that I knew taught me how to do something I ain't got no business doing growing up. How many of y'all agree with that? Just think about it. We talking about an OG. Somebody that you looked up to on the street and this and that. If you're a street person. Every OG I met taught me how to do some shit I ain't got no business doing. That's facts. And you have to change. That's why I say you got to change your friends. In order to change your friends, the closest 5 people to you is going to determine your success. If you want to change the test, bro, you got to change your friends. You got to hang around people that's trying to go where you're going or are already been. You can't hang around one person that's going to do this and you going over there because, like I said, everything is a community. Everything has their own community. And in a community, have their own language. That's how you could tell if somebody really been in prison or somebody really did this through the things and the detail that they saying. So it go the same thing about community. You have to use the language that the people in this particular community use. You can't go to no bank and say you got no bankroll. I'm trying to flip my money. No, you got to say invest, which is the same word as flip, but you're trying to invest your money. So you have to communicate with these people through their language and what it is that you're trying to do. So like I said, whatever it is you're trying to do, you got to reach these people in this particular manner. And back to the kids thing, man. You always, man, like you got some parents that they'll give their kid a phone, you know, to try to keep them quiet or, you know, to calm them down or give them something to do. And I seen a 4-year-old with a phone. That's the type of stuff, a reality, like I'm waking up to coming out here because, man, I couldn't even have a beeper at 13, 12 years. I had to hide it Cause my mom used to like, why are you so important that you need a pager? When you're not gonna be around adults. When are you not gonna be around adult supervision? And I get this little crazy stuff going on in the world and you wanna be the keeper of your kids and your kid can always get at you a certain type of way. But I think they got kind of certain devices that's just specifically for that. But a phone, where they got access to the internet and YouTube, it's too many weirdos out here to have your kid having access to all this type of stuff. And one thing they don't teach in school is financial literacy. Get them a game like Monopoly so they can learn about real estate. If you're going to buy your kids something or have them with a phone, get them a game that's financial literate. Let them play that. Monopoly, bless them, boy. I put in the TV. Give your kids a game like Monopoly. At least they learn about real estate right here. At least they learn how to manage money. So instead of them letting them sitting around hearing adult conversations, because a lot of kids, they act like they're looking at TV, but the whole time they're hearing everything the adult's saying. And then they'll go to school and turn around and repeat that. And now you're putting your parents in a certain type of situation. So this is the type of stuff that you had to take in mind, because now when your son go to school and a kid hit him, and first thing he want to do, go grab a gun, because this is what he's seeing. You know what I'm saying? This is stuff he's seeing. So, and there's certain words that shouldn't even be in their vocabulary. So that's why you had to pay attention to, go back to what I said. The only thing that can enter your soul without permission, the only spirit that can enter your soul without permission is music. A lot of these entertainers raise our kids. The kid gonna do what the rappers say before they do what their mama say. You know why? Because influence has a lot to do with a lot of stuff. And when we was growing up, they used the black community, they used to use the preachers to control the black masses. The preacher was the one who controlled all the black masses, and people was listening to the preacher. But now, you got these youngsters out here, they know the youngsters don't got no religion. So since they don't got no religion, they figured out, okay, the best thing for us to do, put these rappers in play and let them control them. We'll control the rappers behind the scene, but let the rappers push our narrative on their people to control the masses. That's why you got people with 25.5 million followers. And they pushing the coke shit on us. Look at Doja Cat, 25.5 million followers. That's a small country. But look at the stuff she's doing. Satanic stuff, cult stuff. Look at Playboy Cardi and them, cult. They pushing the cult narrative. They ain't hiding no more. The shaitan ain't hiding. They ain't hiding no more. They put it in your face. They pushing Greek mythology. They pushing this Greek shit. Like I told y'all, when you go to a prostitute place and they ask you, do you want to go Greek? That's anal. That's in the prostitute's house. You want to go Greek. And guess what all these dudes is pushing this street narrative here with these chains on is? Damn Greek fraternities. DL don't stand for down low no more. Ain't no more down low. DL stands for double life, man. People are living double lives. That's what it's all about. Because the same people that you looking at on these platforms is not the same person you're gonna meet in person. They're somebody completely different. It's called a persona, gentlemen. A persona is like clothes. You got to change your persona according to who you're trying to reach or where you're trying to go. Now you may get more attention. What happens is you start to get more attention for one persona than the rest, and you think there's you, and it's not. And it's not. You got to learn how to be naked around the people you love. When you come around certain people, take them clothes off. Take it off and be naked and be yourself. Because that's what the people are supposed to love you for being yourself. I'm not loving you for that persona, because that persona can change at any given minute, just like a person can. Because a person ain't gonna be the same person they is today they was yesterday. You're supposed to grow. Even if it's just a little bit, you still gotta grow. So when you listen to these dudes that don't join these Greek fraternities, Look at the narrative that they all end up doing. When they did the 50th anniversary of hip-hop, they would let you know hip-hop was dead. After the 50th anniversary of hip-hop, who the first person they crushed? Puffy. They crushed Puffy, the black people's biggest idol and biggest entertainer. Don't forget, y'all, we used to be jesters. We was blackface, remember that? They was entertaining the white man. Shucking and jiving, it's the same thing. It just don't evolve to TV and entertainment. And y'all, a lot of people can't see it. A white man wrote Sanford and Son, man. A white man wrote the Jeffersons. So the whites can get a look at the black household. So now the white man can look at the black household, look at these reality TVs. You getting them a chance to look at, to entertain the European. It's the same thing. And they pay entertainers to push certain narratives on our people. You would have never heard WAP on the radio on Wheels growing up. Come on, man. You would have never heard it. Never heard it. But now it's playing on the radio. Kids can hear it. Now kids can hear it because they pushing the narrative. They're not even the person now you want to get, no knock on nobody for doing it. Now they start to look plastic. Because what happened? You sold your time. You sold your life expectancy. Time is the currency of life, man. When you with somebody, what you say you doing? You say you spending time with them. That's money. That's your life expectancy. You spending time with somebody. So now the thing as a man is, what's your ROI? And for those who don't know what ROI is, when they say we sound slow, return on investment. That's what ROI stands for. So now as a man, me spending time with you, which is my money and my life expectancy, what's the return on my investment for being with you? There's nothing wrong with that. Because as you get older, life becomes business. It becomes business. You apply business to everyday life and know how to separate it from being personal. When you're around men, we around shooting pool or whatever it is we doing, man, what you got going on? Now I got these box trucks or whatever it is. I got this barber, I got club stuff going, whatever you got going on. As a man, we trying to chop up a bag to support our family. Because what they said, the serpent should strike the heel, God should strike the head. I'm gonna let y'all think about that one for a minute, because you see this shit every day. Anybody out there, man, when in the Bible verse it says the serpent should strike the heel, God should strike the head. What y'all think that mean out there? I'm gonna give y'all a second think about that verse, and I'm gonna show you how it applied to today and what you see now. You see this shit right now today. So who out there got an answer for that? It is no right or wrong answer in this. What do you think it means when it says the serpent should strike the heel and God should strike the head? Check it in from Carolina. What's up, Carolina? Part of Carolina you from? North, South, Charlotte, Columbus? Where you at? Where the young Alabama in this bitch? What's up with y'all boys? The serpent should strike the heel. God should strike the head. And I'm gonna give you a hint to go with it. In the military, how you walk? Heel to toe. Just remember, you always say you walk from heel to toe. From heel to toe. So if your heel is bruised, what that mean? Ain't nobody got no answer, huh? Nobody gonna say nothing. Yeah, we did have a quiet exchange behind there. There's a lot of difference between a lot of me and other people. Like I gotta know the man. I know the man. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't no fan of no shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And he know what he was doing when he did what he do. He know what he was doing. Cause he know I'm real smart. Nah, it ain't that. It's the T so white, you hear me? Tapping in from Richmond. Well, anyway, to answer your question, y'all question, man, I'm gonna give it to you like this. Look, when they say the serpent should strike the heel, God should strike the head. See, when you walk from heel to toe, your heel leaves an impression in the earth. That's why you walk from heel to toe. Your heel leaves an impression when you're walking. But if your heel is bruised, you can't leave an impression in the earth, meaning your name ain't nothing. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna insult your character. We're gonna insult your character. When the serpent strikes the heel, that means he will insult your character. So you can't leave an impression in the earth. Look at what's going on around you right now. Every time they want to take a black man down or they want to take down an icon, the first thing they shoot to is sexual allegations. All of them. All of them. Bill Cosby wanted by CNBC, sexual allegations. R. Kelly, sexual allegations. Diddy, sexual allegations. Michael Jackson, sexual allegations. Y'all see the pattern? It's a pattern with this shit. It's a pattern. Every time they decide to take down a black entertainer, the first thing they use is sexual allegations. Salute to you too, Brooklyn. Nah, man, I was in position. It ain't just, you can also have good as me. It's just about a brother being able to support other brothers and being able to have something for a brother to come home to, man. You know what I'm saying? If you're a good man, can't nobody stop nothing you got coming, you hear me? It's called the law of attraction. If possession, for all y'all guys that been in prison or been locked up or been to the county, possession is 9/10 of the law, right? Can we all agree? Is not possession supposed to be 9/10 of the law? Possession is 9/10 of the law. So guess what? That means possession 9/10 of life. Let me run that back. It was an airplane right there. If possession is 9/10 of the law, that means possession is 9/10 of life. You hear me? 9/10 of life is possession, baby. You got to get open. You got to get open. See, everybody always saying, pray, which ain't nothing wrong with praying. Ain't nothing wrong with praying. But I'm going to say this, and this is the way I believe, this is my personal opinion. God wants for you what you want for yourself. Let me say that again. God wants for you what you want for yourself. Y'all get that? So, Jesus said, let the dead bury their own. Them ain't your brothers over there. Let the dead bury their own. So if you sleep with them, fuck, I'm going to wake you up, fuck. Basically. I'm with my brothers, with my community is right here. All the people that been through the same type of struggle I've been through, where they got somebody in their life and their family that been in this type of situation. See, them type of questions I like. You know what I'm saying? If you've been in the position I've been in, or you got a family member that has been in the position I've been in, and you're around them, and there's certain things you don't know how to communicate to them, that's what y'all got me for. That's what your mama little brother for, the cool uncle, and AKA the penitentiary ambassador. So I can tell you what's going on in their mind and how they thinking. It's all our position, Brooklyn. 9/10 of life, man. Position, man. Get open. I bet that ball hits you. Like I told y'all in one of my other interviews, God the quarterback. You the wide receiver. Go in the field room and study the defense you up against, which is the world. You know what I'm saying? They're going to put a cornerback on you. The defense trying to stop you from scoring. They're trying to stop you from getting money. They're trying to stop you from taking care of your family. They try to stop you from building a reputation and a name for yourself. This the defense you up against. But when you go in that motherfucking field room and you study the defense, and they put that cornerback on you, and he press you, now you got your footwork together, your hands, You know when to speed, you know how to work the route, your footwork together, baby. Guess what's gonna happen? Ball gonna land right in your hand. That's the blessing. Boop. You gonna score. You right. They did the same thing to Deshaun Watson down there in Houston. You don't want to sign. They come down racist on the man. Sexual allegations. That's the first thing they use against the black man. That's the first weapon. Because guess what? First thing you do when you get some money, guess where you go? The women. So now I don't think these folks looking at all we want to do is have sex, party, and eat. Nobody's building no hospitals. Nobody building no financial schools. None of that. They got the money to build an institution. That's why I respect and salute Nipsey. That's why I like the movement Nipsey had going on. And that's why I like the movement Plies was pushing. You know what I'm saying? Even if he wasn't doing none of that, he would make sure people had some money on their book. Get somebody a job. Man, ain't nothing to do with apply yourself, bro. That shit is nothing. Put it on paper. That's what I did. It's called a trinity, y'all. Thought, word, and deed. Your ideas are the spiritual realm. When you go in that bathroom and you sit in that tub, you cut that water on, you light them candles, them ideas gonna get to coming. That's that spiritual realm right there. You got to catch it. Once you catch it, you write it on paper. Now you done brought it from the spiritual realm to the material realm. And now that's in the material realm, you act on it. That's the deed. Thought, word, and deed. Yeah, they buying jewelry. Yeah, they definitely buying jewelry. What they need to be buying is some laptops, some type of building or something, to where you got dudes like me could come in there and learn about credit. They don't know about credit coming from prison. They don't even know how to fill out an application online. You hear me? Because I'm still learning. And I'm pretty fast. That's why I say it ain't good. Brooklyn, let me tell you this. Let me give you another piece of advice, brother. Since you just got out. Catch on, brother. Don't try to catch up. No, I ain't spoke with Shine yet. I've been waiting to hear from him. Catch on, Brooklyn. Just catching on, you're gonna pass a lot of niggas. You're gonna pass a lot of them just catching on. Just keep this in mind, man. We're in the information age, man. Y'all gonna make me go on my mode and show y'all how they were showing y'all this shit through cartoon. When I grew up, I liked the bad guy in all the cartoons. Sometimes people can't learn through, you know how you got some people that learn through, you got people that learn from somebody else's experience. You got people that learn from somebody can tell them. Then you got some people that got to learn through repetition. So you got to find out. That's why it's good to do stuff in person instead of on YouTube, because you got to know how the person or the artist that you're teaching or you're giving a seminar to, you want to learn how they learn, because everybody learns different. And you also got to know the age group, because certain windows of education or certain windows of learning close after a certain age. You got to remember that too. You feel what I'm saying? Some people learn from you telling them. Some people learn from reading. Some people learn from watching. Then you got some people that need to learn through repetition. A lot of times you learn through repetition. That's why people call other people that have been doing stuff the same way a long time institutionalized. Some people learn through repetition. I'm gonna give you another example. I tell y'all. See, they've been doing this a long time ago. And I want to ask y'all a question, the people that listen to me. I said, when you subscribe to me, I'm gonna give you some real ism. This real ism. And this problem I'm gonna end the day with this one, because y'all ain't gonna think about this one until I just said. A long time they've been showing y'all this stuff. Remember they kept telling us the revolution will be televised and all that. That been going on. They've been showing you that through cartoons. And I'm gonna give y'all the ism on that. How many out here that's listening to me right now remember the Flintstones? What's up? How many of y'all remember the Flintstones? Okay, I'm gonna give you this. In the Flintstones, they went 2 places every week. Fred and Barney. Remember? They went bowling. That's one hint. They went bowling. We agree. They used to always go bowling. Y'all remember that? Okay. Where else they go? I'm going to show you how they be putting stuff in these movies and in these cartoons, and they've been showing you for a long time shit to come. And I'm going to show you how far ahead and thinking they be. The next place they used to go, they went to a lodge, the Grand Poobah. Remember they used to have the blue thing on their head with the 5-point star in the middle of it? They went to a lodge. They was Masons. You feel me? They was Masons. The Grand Poobah, they was in a lodge. All their houses were square. He worked at a construction site. They were stone masons. But when he want to make a wish or they want to talk about something, guess who they call? Gazoo, the little green man. Couldn't nobody see him but Fred and Barney because they initiated in a lodge. That's why nobody else couldn't see Gazoo. Fred and Barney went to a Masonic lodge every week. They showed you this on TV, but they put the information as a cartoon because they know adults are not going to look at it. See, it's a difference between lying to somebody and deceiving them. That's 2 different things. To deceive somebody is to put the truth in another form. See, you got deceived because you weren't informed of what's going on. The Flintstones was Mason. The green man, Gazoo, only could be seen by Fred and Barney because they was initiated in the lodge. But guess what? Gazoo was green. Green make you agreeable. Green is an agreeable being, y'all. Red is a disagreeable being. And to give you an example of that too, and show you how they put it in the movies, they've been showing you the autonomous car. They showed you that in Total Recall. They showed you the autonomous car driving itself in Total Recall. What year did Total Recall come out, y'all? They showed you the hoverboard on Back to the Future. And the Nikes that tied up by themselves. They had them same Nikes when the Cubs went to the World Series. They showed you electric car in Back to the Future. Remember, the electricity had to hit the car for it to take off. Years ahead of you. That was in the 80s. It's 2024. So these people planning 20 and 30 years ahead of you. 40 years. They been showed you this shit on the movie. They showing you the Wizard of Oz. Let's go all the way back to the Wizard of Oz. The Wizard of Oz is showing you the entertainment world. The Wizard. Man, look at the Wizard. He working behind smoking screens. They showed you the laptop on the Jetsons, the drone. The maid was a robot. They showing you. They getting you ready. So they show you stuff on TV to try to introduce it to you to get the masses to get used to seeing that. Because if you don't see it on TV, and still right now, you come out here and you see a car driving itself. You go out there to San Francisco and look at them cars riding up and down the street by themselves. They practicing out there in Silicon Valley. Cars driving themselves. They showed you this on Total Recall. They showed you that. Autonomous car. Back to the Future. Hoverboard. Look at all the movies Keanu Reeves play in. Bill and Ted, Excellent Adventure. They showing you this shit on TV, man. Enemy of the State. Look at the technology they were showing you, how they track you down and doing all this then. They showing you. Then they turn around and showed you again and put the stuff from Enemy of the State and put it on Fast and the Furious and called it the God's Eye. Uh-oh. I'm starting to talk this shit, y'all. Guess what a satellite is called, y'all? Global Orbit Device. Just take every first letter off all them words, y'all, and you'll see what they saying. A satellite is called a global orbit device. Take the G off global, take the O off orbit, and take the D off device. There you have it. As above, so below. Again, y'all, this shit for real. It's real. It's ism at its finest. They showing you. I can do this all day. Who was the strongest Jedi on Star Wars? I'm gonna go through this right quick, then I'm gonna have to get up out of here. Who was the strongest Jedi on Star Wars? Anybody can answer that? Yep. Yeah, you're right. I had to tone this stuff down. Got to tone it down. Got to dumb it down a little bit. But that's where the prison stories come in at, y'all. Because see, sometimes when you try to teach people, that's where the stories come in at. You tell people stories, because stories is what you will remember. You see what I'm saying? It's the stories. And it's the moral of the story that's supposed to be the factor, not the story itself. You see what I'm saying? I'm gonna create my own platform. I got my own podcast coming out, man, called Rack It Up Podcaster, where y'all see me shooting pools, you know what I'm saying, and, you know, asking people some real shit, giving y'all some real ism. Yeah, I had a few good fist fights. See, the homeless can get a fair one. You know what I'm saying? The homeless, it was always said that the homeless can get a fair one, and when you outside the car, most of the time, it's the knife play. You know what I'm saying? That's somebody I fuck with. You know what I'm saying? They out in another car. You might get on the fade, but you know what I'm saying? Hey, shit happens. Yeah, I don't have a few on though, especially when I was young coming in. I had to. Ain't that's right, man? In order to be a good shepherd, man, in order to be a good shepherd, you got to know how to lead. You know what I'm saying? And provide. You know what I'm saying? That's what makes a good shepherd. And when you're a good shepherd, you also have to protect your flock or your people. You got to protect them. So that'll be like my subscribers. I try to protect y'all by giving y'all information. Or if I don't know certain information, I try to put somebody on here to help. That's what I'm going to do with my podcast. I'm going to bring people on my podcast that can give y'all some insight on the stuff that I don't know, because there's a lot I don't know, or it's a lot that I'm learning myself, because I just got out from doing 21 years in prison. I just ain't me or do. Like, I got a lot of book knowledge, and right now I'm learning how to apply a lot of stuff that that I got to learn while I'm out here. Oh man, see, the thing with the BG thing was with this. Man, BG cut up under there, man. Man, cut up like a bag of dope. He always been like a little slim dude anyway, tall, slim, so he did a lot of working out, push-ups. Matter of fact, he just called me from the gym the other day. The weights make you more bigger. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, even with him, in his situation, a lot of people don't really know what's going on behind the scene. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of stuff is not my place to say certain stuff. I let certain stuff come out. Like, you hear people talk about him dissing Wayne, or he said this about Wayne, called Wayne a bitch or whatever, but a lot of people don't know what's going on behind the scenes and what don't happen in the past. So on certain situations, I may know what's going on, and sometimes, shit, my tongue may bleed because I don't bit it. Because and a lot of stuff is not my place to say. Certain stuff, I try to let people be men, and where they can mend certain relationships behind closed doors. Because once everybody else get involved in it, the egos come into play. You know what I'm saying? They used to buy some no Diddy. Well, yeah, he got big. Yeah, ain't no question. It was lit. And I got these shirts coming out, man. Stitches Live Don't Matter. Got that jumping off. You know what I'm saying? Y'all go tap into my page and get that. That's right. Definitely gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? Move to my own beat. You know what I'm saying? Beat my own drum. But at the same time, like, I got to shout out to the people that supported me. You know what I'm saying? That make it look like, you know, everybody don't have the same support when they come home. Everybody don't got a particular support system. And support a lot of times don't necessarily mean monetary issues, because we got a lot of mental health issues that go on in the black community. That not just prison reform, but just mental health issues, period. You know what I'm saying? So look at all the people that came over here as migrants. They put these folks in $500 a night hotels, flat screen TVs, all this stuff when they come from Afghanistan and all that. What they did with the African immigrants? Got them in holding shelters, standing outside, freezing up there in New York. That type of stuff. That's the type of stuff that need to be addressed. Real news. Mental health in the black community, man, is real. I'm going through mental health issues right now. I just did 21 years of prison. Yeah, something wrong. It got to be. All this time I did something wrong. You know what I'm saying? A lot of stuff that people put up with. It's a lot of abuse that people, look, a lot of people from prison took a lot of abuse, mental health abuse. Plenty abuse behind that wall. That could, and a lot of that stuff, like my man with Dogface was saying, be embarrassing. A lot of stuff that happen to people in prison sometimes be embarrassing, and they don't got nobody they can talk to about it. So it festers in the inside because nobody can relate to it. Who can relate to doing 3 years straight in a box? Ain't too many people can relate to that. So when somebody's having these type of issues in their head that you don't know about, or certain stuff may trigger them because you don't know, now you looking at this person a different type of way. Like, I had issues going in the club, people walking behind me, getting in crowds. Anxiety, you get anxiety issues with this type of stuff. That's a mental health issue. You feel me? That's an anxiety issue, can be mental health. It can be stressful. You're not frustrated. You got some men that been surviving on their own, and they don't want to ask nobody to show them how to use the phone. They don't want to ask nobody to show them how to do this because it don't mean they can't be communicated with. It's just that you don't know how to communicate with them. And at the same time, bro, like, a lot of men been doing this on their own, and people take advantage of people that have a certain level of education. It could be a flaw. It could be an insecurity. You know what I'm saying? When I met people that didn't read or stuff like that, I didn't talk about them with it. I tried to help them, try to show them how to read, or try to break stuff down for them and shit. So I didn't pick at them. You try to help them, because this make people go inside. So you don't never want people to withdraw and go within, because this makes the mental health issues worse. We need to talk about more mental health issues in the black community and how to help and cope with this. And a lot of times, it can't no doctor help you. You know what I'm saying? It's people with the pedigree that don't been through the same stuff. I couldn't speak to a person that had cancer that's going through chemo and all that. I can understand you, but I can't feel you because I ain't been through it. But I got somebody that can. You know what I'm saying? I got somebody that can tell you about the struggles and stuff that they went through. That's right, man. I'm a reacher, not a preacher. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's what my whole thing is, man. And I appreciate y'all listening to me, because one thing prison did teach me, that's to appreciate the small shit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all time is your life expectancy, and you want to know what's your ROI for spending your time. So with me, your ROI is you invested in a lot of information that I'm going to have, and a lot of mental health issues and that I hope I can talk about, that I've been through my experience, and I hope this stuff will help y'all, man. This ain't going to be the first or the last time y'all going to hear me talk about mental health issues. I'm going to stay on this. Mental health issues in the black community. I want y'all to have a nice day. I hope some of the information that I gave y'all. If there's any questions that y'all want to ask me about anything that I said on here, y'all want to go over this signs and symbol stuff, this Flintstones, these different cartoons, these different movies, man, I can do that shit for all day, you hear me? All day. But I just want to get on here live, man. Shout out to y'all, man, for being on here for me. The Head Empress. I hope I made some people's day. I hope I put a smile on people's face. And I hope I left y'all, man, with some type of information that y'all didn't know that you can apply, man. So, shout out, man. It's OG Freeze, man. AKA, man, your mama little brother. AKA the penitentiary ambassador, man.